Please be seated. My name is Lori Francis. I'm the Vice President Academic and Provost at Mount St. Vincent University. And I'm thrilled to be the person who gets to do some orchestration of these proceedings today. I begin by acknowledging that Mount St. Vincent University is located on unceded ancestral Mi'kmaq territory. This territory is covered by the covenant chain of treaties of peace and friendship, signed between 1725 and 1779. We pay respect to the knowledge embedded in the Indigenous custodians of this land and to the elders, past, present, and future. Today is a celebration of accomplishment and success, and it's one of the absolute highlights of any academic calendar is to be able to host a convocation and celebrate the achievements of our students. So it's also 2024, and acknowledging that, celebrations and sharing of success might look a little different than when convocations began at Mount St. Vincent. So I'm going to tell you what the hashtag is. Today, we ask you to join us using the hashtag MSVUgrad2024. It's all one word. And to get into the wireless here, just use Mount with the password Spring 24 MSVU. Spring 24 MSVU. And we are certainly pleased to see children in the audience today. We welcome their presence and are so happy to have them included as part of our celebration. I'd like to invite Tyrone Cody, Chair of the Board of Governors, to the podium to deliver the invocation.
Good morning, all. Good morning, graduates. Congratulations. When I graduated, there was no hashtag, there was a fax number. It is with grateful hearts that we gather to celebrate the accomplishments of the graduates of 2024. As we call to mind the past that have brought them to this day, we remember the times of new beginnings and adjustment, struggle, happiness, and success, and we bring all these memories to our celebration today.
I'd like to introduce Dr. Joelle Dickinson, President and Vice Chancellor of Mount St. Vincent University, and invite her to the podium for welcome remarks and an address to the graduates.
Good morning, everyone. Distinguished guests, faculty, staff, graduates, alumni, families, and friends, it is my great pleasure to welcome you to Mount St. Vincent's University's Spring 2024 Convocation. I kind of wish you'd been here last year, though, because it was our 150th anniversary, so this is a little bit of a letdown, but we'll do as much for you as we can. I also want to wish everyone a happy International Day Against Homophobia, Transphobia, and Biphobia. At our convocation ceremonies today and tomorrow, we gather to celebrate the accomplishments of more than 675 of our students from 24 countries, including our own. They've completed their required courses of study and have now received their certificates, diplomas, degrees, and from 35 programs and Mount Ability. 180 students are graduating with distinction or first-class honors. 30 will receive a Senate Award of Distinction as they graduate with distinction and highest aggregate in their diploma or bachelor program. I just want to apologize for my voice before I start. It may crack a little bit. Our Chancellor held a little gathering last night. Our Chancellor is Dr. Fitzpatrick, but also Dr. Fitzpatrick also goes by Sister Margaret Mary. And let me tell you, Sister Margaret Mary knows how to hold a bash, so thanks for hosting that. So, you're here. You did it. Woohoo! Some of you may be questioned over the months and years whether you would make it, mostly the parents in the room. I know that you have worked hard these past several years, and many, if not all of you, graduating today have experienced some extraordinary obstacles in your academic journeys. Any of you stumble a little bit or go over? None of you? No, you all just smooth sailing, I'm sure. Each of us have had our own unique set of obstacles, but some have been shared experiences. It might not have felt like it in these moments, but overcoming obstacles can be a valuable part of our journey. I'm here to uplift you today. Today is a happy day after all, but I want to go back to some of those tumultuous times, because I think you stand on the cusp of an opportunity to have an incredible impact. You, as individuals and as a collective of graduating class from MSVU, are about to write your next chapter of not just your own adventure, but for your communities, our province, our country, and the world. You actually hold the power to make our future brighter. No pressure. Our communities are experiencing some major crises right now. And in many respects, it feels like there's never been more angst, nor more divisiveness. I can't say that. I said it yesterday. Divisiveness. Thank you. At the heart of that divisiveness are differences of perspective, but those differences do not have to divide. Harnessed thoughtfully and peacefully, differences make us stronger. Let's let those differences of perspective lead us to better ways of doing things. Better classrooms for the new teachers amongst us, stronger policy for those of you who will work in government, new research directions for those pursuing further studies or careers in academia, and creative solutions to shared problems for those of you who are headed into careers in business. And along the way, I want to stress to you to put kindness first. It's a bit of a cliche. I can't even believe it I'm saying myself, but I do mean it. Our world does need kind people now more than ever. We don't just need tolerance, we need acceptance. We don't just need empathy and compassion, we need allyship. And I guarantee you that kindness in a leader is not weakness. Be the type of leader who puts kindness into action, being critical of ideas but not of people. Be the voice of others who face barriers, and keep barriers down if you are able to overcome them yourself. Be a leader through your actions, not just your words. The former really do speak louder. We are extremely fortunate this year to have two special honorees at our convocation ceremonies this spring who have done just that, taken down barriers and kept them down. Two people who will be joining your graduating class as recipients of honorary doctorates. Both of these women, Michelle Douglas and Honorable Paula Cox, are leaders who have prioritized breaking down barriers for others. And I'm happy to announce that Michelle Douglas is here to join us today, and you will hear some very moving words from her. No pressure to you either. So let's go back to the earlier statement. There are a lot of issues facing our world. And yes, it might seem daunting, but do know that when I am out talking to people of my vintage, I think we meant old, and people are complaining about the obstacles and barriers, and people are down about the huge things facing us, and they ask me often when I'm talking to groups, what gives you hope? And the thing that gets me hope are you all sitting here today. You've got this. We have trained you for this, and you will make a difference. So thank you for that. I do want to do a couple thank yous and acknowledgements now. I want to thank the Mount faculty and staff who have guided your growth and learning. You've been taught and supported by the very best, as well as the family and friends who have supported you throughout your time with us. Let's give them all a round of applause. Speaking of our Mount faculty, and you may want to wave to them on your way by, any of our faculty, I'm sure there are many of them who've made a difference in your lives, so they're all sitting here with us today. Convocation is also a time for us to celebrate individuals who've made a significant contribution to our university. The title of Professor Emeritus is bestowed on the retiring faculty who have demonstrated sustained and continued involvement in furthering significant aspects of the university's mission. This spring, we're celebrating 3 MSVU professors who were nominated for this special recognition by their peers. These 3 professors are Kathy Darvish in the Department of Chemistry and Physics, Dr. Rena Green in the Department of English, and Dr. Donovan Plum from the Faculty of Education. Finally, I do want to acknowledge all the people who've prepared for today's ceremony. It probably seems like this is pretty easy to put together. There's a little bit of stress goes on with these things, and our staff have done a phenomenal job at making this the perfect day for you. And that is always what motivates them to have everything run smoothly, is to make sure that you get to spend your special day seamlessly. And I just do want to thank you. Sorry about that. I do want to take a moment too to celebrate all of the people who helped get you here. So I would like the graduates to please have a round of applause for the faculty and your family and friends. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Joelle. We will now present a teaching award, the President and Vice President's Advanced Career Teaching Award. Sponsored by the President, Vice President Academic, and the Vice President Administration, the President and Vice President's Advanced Career Teaching Award is given to a faculty member, librarian, or laboratory instructor who has demonstrated teaching excellence throughout their career at Mount St. Vincent University. This morning, we have the great pleasure to present the 2024 recipient of this award, to Dr. Christine Doe. Dr. Doe is an associate professor in the Faculty of Education. Congratulations, Christine. I invite the citation presenter, Dr. Jackie Gahagan, to the podium to present the honorary degree candidate, Michelle Douglas.
Good morning, bonjour, welcome. I would like to thank Board Chair Coady, Chancellor Fitzpatrick, President Dickinson, distinguished guests, faculty, graduates, family, and friends for being here. It's my honor and great pleasure to present to you Michelle Douglas for the degree of Doctor of Humane Letters honoris causa. Born in Ottawa, Michelle Douglas is an LGBT activist and advocate, a humanitarian, and a former civil servant. Michelle Douglas served as an officer in the Canadian Armed Forces from 1986 until 1989 and was honorably discharged after being deemed, and I quote, not advantageously employable due to homosexuality. This occurred despite Michelle's distinguished service record. Michelle's landmark legal challenge helped end Canada's formalized discriminatory policy against lesbian, gay, bisexual, and transgender members of the military. In 1990, Michelle Douglas formally launched a lawsuit for compensation for her dismissal from the military and to challenge the discriminatory policy against LGBT service members. As part of the settlement, the federal court issued an order that the Canadian military's policy violated Section 15 of the Canadian Charter of Rights and Freedoms. In addition to addressing this discriminatory policy, the military also reinstated positions and removed career restrictions for those who had been discriminated against due to their sexuality. This settlement also required sensitivity training to ensure the military's adherence to the court's ruling. This speaks to Michelle's commitment to fostering inclusion and diversity. Following the lawsuit, Michelle continued her work for the equal treatment of LGBT Canadians by founding the Foundation for Equal Families, which pushed for equality for same-sex relationships. She also served as a chair of the 519 Community Centre in Toronto and was a member of the advisory board of the Sexual Diversity Studies program at the University of Toronto. This speaks to Michelle's humanitarian efforts and social justice strengthening within Canadian society. Michelle currently serves as the executive director of the Purge Fund, which is a not-for-profit corporation set up to manage a portion of the funds that emerge from the class action settlement. The LGBT Purge Fund is legally required to use these funds for the creation of a national monument to recognize discrimination against LGBT people in Canada, the development of a museum exhibition by the Canadian Museum of Human Rights, which is based in Winnipeg, for the collection and preservation as well as accessibility of historical records related to the LGBT purge, and to work with the Canadian government to enhance inclusion in the public service through improved training on LGBT inclusion. Given her tireless efforts to address the systemic discrimination facing LGBT Canadians, both in the military and in society more broadly, Michelle Douglas is highly deserving of an honorary degree from Mount St. Vincent University. Her achievements reflect the mission, vision, and values of our university. Chancellor Fitzpatrick, on behalf of the Senate of Mount St. Vincent University, I ask that you bestow upon Michelle Douglas the degree of Doctor of Humane Letters, honoris causa.
On behalf of the Senate of Mount St. Vincent University, I admit you, Michelle Douglas, to the degree of Doctor of Humane Letters, honoris causa, with all of the rights and privileges pertaining thereto. Congratulations.
I invite Dr. Michelle Douglas to come to the podium to deliver the Convocation address.
Good morning. What a deep honor it is to be with you all today. Chancellor Fitzpatrick, Vice Chancellor and President Dickinson, faculty, Board of Governors, alumni, family and friends, graduates, distinguished guests, one and all. I grew up nearby in Dartmouth, Nova Scotia, and it feels so good to be back here with my wife, Becky, who's here. The homeland of the Mi'kmaq Nation is such a beautiful place, and it just feels good to be standing here today. It's a special day for me, and one I can hardly believe is happening. I'm so grateful to Mount St. Vincent University for bestowing this honor on me. I treasure it. I'm humbled by it. Thank you. I'm also very excited to be known from now on as an alumni of the Mount, and I'm wearing my alumni pin proudly. I want to thank Dr. Jackie Gahagan for nominating me and for their amazing work as an educator, as a mentor, as someone who works so hard to preserve community history through the collection of oral histories. I find it quite incredible that my possessing this doctorate of humane letters means I get to stand with many distinguished past recipients who inspire me. If you want to know the values of a place, you look at whom they honor, and the Mount's website lists them. What an incredible list it is. Well, I can say with certainty that my personal academic scholarship has not gotten me here today, but I am proud of the work I have done with many to make a commitment to pursuing social justice, particularly for the 2S LGBTQI+ community. And today, on this International Day against homophobia, transphobia, and biphobia, I'm especially honored to deliver these remarks. My work in activism arose from a life-changing experience when I was a much younger person, probably close to the age that many of you are here in this hall. I'd like to tell you a bit about that experience and also reflect on the ideas of reconciliation and risk-taking to make change happen. I joined the Canadian Armed Forces in 1986 when I was 22 years old. Just for the record, I'm 60 now. You don't need to do the math. Well, I hadn't been the best student in high school and even university, although I was quite keen. When I joined the military, it turned out that the imposed discipline and teamwork and camaraderie made the military and me quite a good fit. From the time I joined, I excelled. I graduated at the top of my officer's class, and I also started to train as a military police officer. I graduated at the top of that class too, and I was well on my way to a career I was proud of. It felt like such an honor to serve my country in this way. I also had the really sweet experience at the same time of falling in love for the very first time with a fellow officer, and she was lovely. Now, to honor my career success, I was posted to a unit within the military police branch called the Special Investigations Unit. They were mandated to conduct serious police matters. Think about things like espionage, sabotage, subversion, and allegations of homosexuality. Well, I'm sure you can see the emerging problem. Let me pause here to let you know that in the Canadian Armed Forces in the mid-1980s, there was a policy about homosexuality. It was under a military regulation entitled Sexual Deviation and Deviance, Investigation, Medical Investigation, and Disposal. There were subheadings that addressed things like homosexuality, sexual abnormality, and bestiality. Now, what my career advancement officers didn't know was that I was already under investigation by the very unit I was posted to. Things spun out of control for me very quickly after arriving in that unit while posted to the military base at CFB Toronto. One morning, I was taken by my boss from my office under false pretenses. He told me we were going to Ottawa for an investigation and to leave immediately with him. We hopped in an undercover K car. Some of you may remember those cars. Instead of the airport, he took me to a hotel room near the airport where I was interrogated for 2 days by military police about my sexual orientation and about who else I might know who might be gay or lesbian. I was questioned about my loyalty to Canada, and it was very, very difficult. After initial denials, I was eventually flown to Ottawa, where my interrogators continued. And it was while I was attached to a lie detector machine that I admitted to being a lesbian. More interrogations followed that experience, but it all led to me being fired in 1989 with the words already provided to you, the words written on my forms, not advantageously employable due to homosexuality. Should also add that just before I was kicked out by the military, they told me that being a lesbian was such a national security risk, I didn't know I held such power, I should say, that if I didn't come out to my parents within 24 hours, they'd send the police to do it for me. Well, I did come out to them within 24 hours, and they've always been by my side, my sister as well, and they are the best supporters anyone could ever ask for. Thankfully, they stand with me today. Well, what I didn't know then, but certainly know now, is that I was part of a systemic, widespread sanctioned practice of hunting down anyone who was part of the 2S LGBTQI community across the federal government, including the RCMP, the public service, the military, in what we now call the LGBT purge. It was cruel, traumatizing. It harassed us, cost us our jobs, our dignity, sometimes criminalized us, sometimes institutionalized us, and always diminished us. The LGBT purge impacted thousands of people. We believe that between the 50s and the 90s, more than 9,000 people were affected. The Canadian Museum for Human Rights calls the LGBT purge one of the longest running, largest scale violations of the human rights of any workforce in Canadian history, and few people know about it. Although I was shamed, traumatized, and definitely in a fog about what had happened to me, with the help of Canada's first openly gay Member of Parliament, Sven Robinson, I went to a lawyer, Clayton Ruby, and I sued the government over what they'd done to me, and I won. Now, in 1992, my lawsuit resulted in the formal ending of the discriminatory policy that allowed the military to purge LGBTQI+ people. I received some compensation, and most importantly, they took that policy off the books. Of course, ending discrimination by policy doesn't end discrimination at all, does it? And justice for this one person isn't really justice at all, is it? It wasn't until 2017 that Prime Minister Trudeau apologized to the 2S LGBTQI+ community for the decades of discrimination and oppression that we had endured. Apologies really matter as part of the reconciliation process. And in 2018, a class action lawsuit for hundreds of surviving LGBT purge people who could be found and who had also been hurt and harmed by the government finally received some compensation, acknowledgement of the horrific experiences they endured, and finally got some support for their healing journey. Even justice delayed can still be meaningful justice. For the intervening years, I've worked with many to seek justice and equal protections, often through the courts with amazing lawyers and activists for LGBTQI+ people. It's been the honor of a lifetime to be part of a movement for social justice for people who were shamed and traumatized, humiliated, tossed aside just for being who we are. Of course, today we see the LGBTQI+ community is under attack again. If you think that what is happening with the erosion of human rights for the most vulnerable that we see south of our border, that can't happen here, you'd be mistaken. It can certainly happen here. We need to do everything we can to preserve hard-won legal protections. We need to educate ourselves with the facts. We need to tell the stories and the history of the past for the benefit of our future. If we hope for reconciliation to help heal ourselves from past traumas and reconcile with historical injustice, we need to be bold risk takers, even though that's hard to do. We have to be courageous and count on our allies to help us in this work. But it always falls to the victims of discrimination to fight the hardest to end it. There's no peeking when it comes to human rights. I urge people not to rest too much when you feel you have all you need to feel safe. When you're feeling safe in your circumstances, you should look up and around, wonder who else might need our help, and be that ally. That's why I stand with and for trans, non-binary people. We can't go back to what it once was because we're way better than that. Only the most closed-minded protect a distorted notion of the past and seek a return to it with troubling ideas about who gets to belong. We've seen what happens when this kind of thinking takes hold. And what it leads to is not good. We have to challenge those who so easily lie about us and demonize us. And we need facts in the face of lies. It's a good thing you're also invested in your education. This helps immensely. Learning the history and having accurate information is essential to responding to harmful lies about the 2S LGBTQI+ community and our families. Reconciling from past trauma takes a lot of hard work and bold risk-taking. Recently, I've been invited back to join the military in a volunteer role known as an honorary colonel. So I'm back in uniform again, working with people who are very committed to changing military culture and tackling very hard issues like ending workplace toxicity. I thought long and hard about it before agreeing to accept this role because the military harmed me and it harmed a lot of my friends. And no matter where you work, it must be free from harassment and toxicity. And it has been working. It's been worth the risk. It's going well. And if you think about it, both sides, them and me, took a risk in finding a way to work together on something of common interest. And how do you find that extra gear to be that bold risk taker? I believe that you have to have hope that it will work and that change is indeed possible. And you have to take action. You know that the alternative isn't acceptable, so you resolve to give it your best shot. Change doesn't happen by itself. Each person here is called upon to contribute to the type of world you want to see in the ways that you're best suited for. You have boundless ways to help this world, and we need that from you. The reassuring thing is that there are a lot more people who believe in fairness, justice, respecting human rights and dignity, and I would say love, than there are haters. Just count on that. Now that you're heading out with your incredible education from the Mount, you're encountering an amazing but complex world. You know that. Whatever comes next for you, I encourage you to take those bold risks. Be an ally to someone who needs you and have hope that your work will bring those good things. Let optimism, caring, and hope lead the way. And if you say I'm a dreamer, I'm not the only one. Thank you.
Invite McEdward Jones to come to the platform. McEdward will be performing a song for us, and I ask you to rise.
Of 2024, let me hear you make some noise. That's right, that's right. Congratulations, you all look beautiful. Want to wish you all the best in your future endeavors. Remember, the sky is not the limit. You are the limit. You can go as high and as far as you want to go. Mountain Vincent, thank you so much for having me. It's always a pleasure. I'm going to do Lift Every Voice and sing just the first verse. If you know it, please join me. Lift every voice and sing till earth and heaven ring, ring with the harmonies of liberty. Let our rejoicing rise as high as the listening skies, and let it resound as loud as the rolling seas. Sing a song full of the faith that the dark past has taught us. Sing a song full of the hope that the present has brought us. And facing the rising sun of a new day begun, let us march on until victory is won. Let us march on until victory is won. Thank you very much. Thank you. Have a blessed day.
Thank you so much, McEdward. I welcome the president of the Mount St. Vincent Alumni Association, Penny Honorary, to the podium to give a welcome.
Chancellor Fitzpatrick, President Dickinson, graduates, distinguished guests, faculty, family, and friends. I'm thrilled to be able to be with all of you celebrating the incredible work each of you have put into getting to this special day. On behalf of the Mount St. Vincent Alumni Association, welcome to the family. For 150 years, Mount St. Vincent University has been dedicated to providing the best overall experience for its students and to develop thoughtful, engaged citizens who can help make a positive impact in society. You are joining an incredible membership of over 40,000 Mount graduates worldwide who have contributed to this rich history. We are so proud of your resiliency, perseverance, and strength, and we commend you on your academic and personal accomplishments. Congratulations. I can say with both experience and confidence that your Mount education will influence many aspects of your life moving forward. Your professors, your peers, and the Mount community have helped form a unique and rich foundation for your bright future. Throughout your time here, your experiences may have also been influenced and shaped in part by Mount alumni. As guest lecturers, co-op employers, university staff, mentors, and Mystics fans, you have undoubtedly felt the impact of those who once crossed this stage like you are today and who remain connected to this special place. I invite you to stay connected to the Mount. Reunion 2024 festivities this year are from October 24th to 27th. I invite you to join us and meet up with fellow alum and friends. please know that you are an important part of our wonderful story and key to empowering our future. As you are bestowed your degrees, you will also receive an alumni pin to mark your entry into the alumni membership. Wear it with pride. You will also have received your individual alumni card, and when you picked up your gown for today's ceremony, this is your self-identifier as a Mount graduate, allowing you to take advantage of the benefits available to us. Enjoy. As Desmond Tutu said, do your little bit of good where you are. It's those little bits of good put together that overwhelm the world. I personally cannot imagine a world if people did not contribute those little bits. And so I encourage all of you to go out there and overwhelm the world. On behalf of all Mount alumni, congratulations and welcome to the family.
Thanks, Penny. So now comes the moment that I know you've all been waiting for. Everybody, the reason we're here today, we're going to do the presentation of the graduates. I know that many will want to capture the moment on camera, but I do ask that you remain seated throughout the ceremony. I would invite Dr. Anthony Card, Dean of the Faculty of Education, to come to the podium.
Good morning. A word before we begin about some of the medals that we presented today. The Senate Awards of Distinction. The Senate Awards of Distinction are engraved pewter medals awarded by the Senate of Mount St. Vincent University. The undergraduate awards are presented in recognition of superior academic achievement to the student who graduates with distinction and the highest aggregate. The Master's Awards are presented upon recommendation of each graduate program. The awards will be presented along with the parchments today. Chancellor Fitzpatrick, it is my pleasure to present to you the candidates for collegiate honours of graduation. I attest that they have successfully completed the required courses of study, and I ask that they be admitted to the baccalaureate or master's degree as presented.
On behalf of the Senate of Mount St. Vincent University, I admit you to the program of study so designated by the Dean, with all the rights and privileges pertaining thereto. Congratulations.
For the degree of Bachelor of Education, Sarah Atby. Madison Jane Obey. Shelby O'Coin. Lindsay Rose Bolcom. Christopher William Peter Baxter. Sarah Bethune. Kerry Danielle Bond. Victoria Page Boyle. Jonathan Arthur Rowland Bradbury. Jacqueline Louise Brideau. Jessica Lynn Catherine Brown. Miranda Claire Brown. Ainsley June Buffett. Jenna Frances Bolger. Brooklyn Dawn Burke. Madeline Jane Bush. Molly Marie Campbell. Amanda Calvancate Pinheiro. Ray Ellen Chasson. Rebecca Ann Christie. Anna Sirocco. Angus Edward Cochrane. Campbell John Colpitts. Emily May Connors. Molly Elizabeth Cormier. Florence Cormier Lebrun. Congratulations on your Senate medal as well. Megan Nicole Cox. Mackenzie Marie Dees. Deandra April Densmore. Chelsea Dawn DeVoe. Julia Rhiannon Maria Dick. Katrina Alexis Dickens. Felicity Maya Doughty. Caitlin Sarah Eleanor Donovan. Sophie Claire Downey Allen. Hannah Marie Dunn. Gwen Ettinger O'Leary. Faye Kathleen Evans. Bria Faruja. Stephanie Fernandez. Shelby Selena Ferris. Erica Fullerton. Lauren Elizabeth Giffen. Jack Riley Gillis. Mariah Olivia Drotter. Rachel Sarah Goldberg. Hannah Mari Goodbody. Laura Catherine Graham. Mackenzie Taylor Green. Veronica Jo Green. Liddy Alexandra Greer. Leah Christina Hand. Kathleen Margaret Hatch. Katie Irene Hicks. Julia Marissa Hines. Chloe Rose Hoffman. Carrie Humble. Maggie Carla Iverme. Nicole Mary Jessup. Victoria Elizabeth Jones. Harpreet Kaur. Habiba Khalifa. Poonam Kumari Dayal. Kaylin Alicia Lanigan. Catherine Sarah Young Lewis. Sarah Elizabeth McCullum. Ian Gregor MacDonald. Holly Marie McDonald. Suji Lee McKay. Callie Grace McIntosh. Mason McCool. Tyler Rebecca Malloy. J. Diana Mason. Danielle Carmen Mayer. Beiruz Mihanka. Ethan Miller. Sarah Monette. Clara Jane Moran. Trisina Victoria Morash. Jenna Elizabeth Morrissey. Jonathan David Mugford. Gillian Grace Newcomb. Jack Nielsen. Hayley Megan Nippard. Logan Paul O'Connell. Troy Joseph O'Neill. Emily Caroline Ormond. Chloe Oxner. Madeline Marie Partridge. Heaven Lee Payne. Brooklyn Marie Poynton. Kaylee Marie Purcell. Inga Alexandra Radmaker. Madeline Reindress. Mackenzie Robinson. Rachel Lillian Rogers. Peyton Ruiz. Fortessa Sahiti. Shailin Sonye. Bryn Susan Scott. Samara Schaffelberg. Macy Ann Shea. Sarah Dale Slormwhite. Mariah Beth Smart. Megan Ann Veronica Smith. Brittany Dawn Snow. James Michael Sweet. Hannah Elizabeth Tarling. Brooke Taylor. Emily Jane Taylor. Marshall Keith Taylor. Nicole Ann Terrio. Victoria Margaret Walsh. Amber Elaine Warner. Cassandra Lindsay Wells. Ashley Lynn White. Kristen Reed Williams. Everett Harrison Wittenberg. Jessica Lynn Wolfe. Caitlin Marie Zink. Emily Zwicker. For the degree of Master of Education, Hanadi Musa Mohammed Abu Nijem. Sandra Susan Adji. Rita Yoyoyo Adjo. Jocelyn Akua Boama Ansa. Carolyn Irene Baker with Senate Medal of Distinction. Agatha Borasa. Friel Corpus Canto. Ashley Nicole Carter. Kofi Asiedu Dudu. Justin Marie Fahey. Meiji Kimiko B. Hineta. Angeline Belares Cocotano. Madhulika Handu. Alicia Anne-Marie Heron. Charlene Marie Howe. Yi Ying Huang. Noor Mohammed Humadi. Vanessa Melanie Brown-Jones. Ida Drabchan Eskandani. Steffi Jose. Abin Joseph. Juju Joe. Ashma Konwa. Amandip Kaur. Baljinder Kaur. Harjot Kaur. Kushpreet Kaur. Samrin Kaur. Laurel Vanessa King. Brandy Marie Kojic. Aita Kumar. Adam Joel Langell. Catherine Mary Angela Lee. Ku Xin Liu. Catherine McCabe with Senate Medal of Distinction. Ben Edward McLaughlin. Jen Yu Meng. Brittany Dawn Murphy. Du Alani. Hillary Caitlin Robart. Keisha Robinson Hall. Megan Elaine Simmons. Alangrita Ria Simon. Brinda Sivakumaran. Megan Rachel Smith Landry. Kirsten Sousa. Akushta Shuasta. Neetu Thomas. Christine Michelle Sanchez Valoya. Yue Wang. Rebecca Eileen Webb. Erin Daly Bridget Welsh. Shamali Wijerabna. Ying Shong. Xi Jing Yi. For the degree of Master of Arts in Education, Michael Charles Campbell. George Chimdi Mbara. For the degree of Master of Arts in School Psychology, Nathan John Bruce Ford. Tiana Marie McKay. In absentia, in addition, we confer appropriate program of study on all those presented to the University Senate.
Abstentia on those persons so designated by the Dean. Congratulations.
come to the awarding of some prizes. The Governor General's Medal. Donated by the Governor General of Canada, this medal is given once per year at the graduate level to the top graduating master's student. This year's award goes to Sarah Reed, Master of Education Curriculum Studies. The Valedictorian Prize. This provides all valedictorians with a lasting memento of their achievements and contributions to the graduating class. To be chosen valedictorian, the student must have maintained a strong academic record, must have been actively involved in a number of extracurricular activities, either on campus or in the community, and must have been nominated as a fitting spokesperson for the graduating class by their peers and or their faculty. I'm pleased to present the Valedictorian Prize to Stephanie Fernandez. Stephanie graduates today from the Bachelor of Education Elementary program. Stephanie's 5 nominators described her significant contributions across the campus and beyond as an all-round leader, volunteer, athlete, speaker, and educator. Stephanie was on the MSVU Mystics cross-country team in 2022-2023 and became one of the Canadian Collegiate Athletic Association National Scholar Awardees, which requires her to maintain excellent academic standing while competing in intercollegiate athletics. She was an initiator and lead of a running club at Chebecto Heights Elementary. And I'm told that the grade 5 Chebecto Elementary class is watching through our live stream today. So hello to Chebecto Heights Elementary. We're delighted that they can join us in celebrating one of their teachers. Stephanie was also assistant in our Curriculum Resource Centre, and her service was described as exemplary. After the pandemic, Stephanie revived our BEd Society and led successful social events for our first and second year students. Her volunteerism is extensive, and she's provided dedicated service to advancing children's education and the welfare of the wider community. She was the MSVU BEd Society President. She supported our National International Job Fair, volunteered and presented at the Faculty of Education Family STEAM Outreach event, and is a Nova Scotia SPA volunteer. Sincerely, thank you, Stephanie, for all your contributions to this community, and congratulations on being this year's valedictorian. I'd now like to invite you to the podium.
So glad they found me a stool. Okay. Chancellor Fitzpatrick, President and Vice Chancellor Dickinson, members of the Board of Governors, members of Senate, Michelle Douglas and other distinguished guests, faculty, staff, graduates, alumni, families, and friends. Good morning and welcome to my fellow graduates. We did it! I am beyond grateful to be standing here celebrating our shared accomplishment of getting through our degree. I would like to thank the faculty and students that nominated me for valedictorian. This is new territory for me. My friend Christine, who's here today, enticed me into teaching with stories of substituting and convinced me to apply to MSVU, where she graduated from the same program a few years ago. As a mature student starting out in 2022, I was excited to be around other mature students. I was 38 at the time, and I thought, finally, I'm gonna be around adults who grew up with 80s and 90s music, and we all know the same lingo. Sorry. It wasn't quite like that. I'm not from Canada. I grew up in Saudi Arabia, but my family's from India. And I did struggle to connect with others, but I was determined to find a place here and determined to find my voice. When I completed my undergrad at Dalhousie University, I did so over the course of 5 years while working multiple jobs. I was not involved in campus life at Dalhousie, except for a couple volunteer shifts at a student-run cafe. But coming to MSVU, I told myself that I would soak up every moment at this university and push myself out of the comfort zone. I would find my place, and that's exactly what I did. I made friends, and I'm particularly grateful for the connections I have with Hannah Goodbody, whom I instantly clicked with, and Rachel Rogers, group work partner extraordinaire, and my main lifeline through the second practicum. I joined the cross-country team and was fortunate to compete in the CCAA National Championships. Was I the fastest runner? Absolutely not, but I kept on running, and I showed my young teammates that I can hang with them. I helped revive the BEd Society. I worked as an assistant in the Curriculum Resource Center on campus, where I met other BEd students from other routes, including my good friend Deandra Densmore, as well as child and youth studies students. It was also here where I met the talented Kate Carlisle, who has been a mentor, a friend, and unconditionally supporting me through my academic journey. MSVU helped me find my voice as I followed my purpose. Of course, it wasn't that easy. There were moments where I questioned the program. If I had a loonie for every time I heard the term UDL, I'd be rich. And I've lost count of how many reflections I have written. Now, when I think back, I understand. I understand what my instructors and professors were doing. They were cementing our awareness. As teachers, we need to see the big picture. Children are trying to process their surroundings and whatever is happening in their lives. We need to remember that there is more to teaching than memorizing facts or solving equations. Sometimes it's as simple, "Are you okay?" Or, "How about we go for a walk?" I still write reflections. I celebrate the small wins. And my professors were preparing me to be an effective teacher. And you know what? I bet that each one of my fellow teachers sitting right here can count how many times they have repeated things in their classrooms. My favorite one, be kind. Though my time at the Mount has been short, I will treasure the memories. Like the time our class sang and danced to Lizzo's About Damn Time in Christina Fleming's class, and the time that the entire Mystics athletes came together to show support for Bell's Kids Help Phone. Or when we were on the campus parking lot playing one of Gerald's games that involved a shoe and a tin can. I believe that each graduate here has grown tremendously over the last couple of years, and I know that we are going to be some of Nova Scotia's finest teachers. Thank you to the families and the friends who advocated for us as we went through this process. You made sacrifices for us, and you kept us focused. I know I wouldn't be here without my beautiful sister, who was a sounding board for my struggles and made sure that I had a school lunch every day. To my parents who are watching from above, I miss you every single day. Thank you for giving my sister and I the best life we could have. I'd like to end by acknowledging grade 5 Heisler at Chebucto Heights. They made me a better teacher and were the best class I could have asked for. And I hope that everyone here can draw strength and inspiration as they go forward into their careers from something one of my students in that class said to me as she was making me a bracelet, which I have right here. You are fearless, you are Miss Steph, and you are a teacher. Class of 2024, you are fearless and you are teachers. Congratulations and thank you.
Thank you, Stephanie. I ask the Chancellor, Dr. Fitzpatrick, to officially close convocation.
Following the convocation ceremony, graduates and guests are invited to a reception in the Margaret Norrie McCain Center atrium. I declare this convocation closed. Congratulations.
Just a couple of things before we end our ceremony with the singing of O Canada. I will ask that the audience remain seated when our graduates exit the auditorium. And at this time, I'd like to thank Walt Music for providing the music for our processionals today, our entrance and exit music. And I invite Mi'kmaq singer Emma Nicholas to the podium for the singing of O Canada.
O Canada, Gael Mekim Nahinu, El Nuid Bnej, Wen Gajid Ochtan Tuju, Sake Saluleg, Megidel Muleg, Gisnek Alkelnieg, Dante Sieg, O Canada, Amque Ulekisa. God keep our land glorious and free. O Canada, we stand on guard for thee.